A quick word. I'm so excited to announce that the launch of our new support group for the affected went great. Within the first day, we received registrations for over 85 members. There sure are a lot of us looking for each other out there. I wanted to clarify quickly the registration process. Visit www.jynx.com. Scroll to the bottom of the homepage for the registration area. Once you register, you will receive an email link. Click on it. It will give you a 404 message error. That's okay. It's a small error I'll be working out later. Just ignore it. I will approve your account within 72 hours. Check back after that, and you'll be able to log on just fine. Now, let's get back to this week's video. Your Personal Stories, Chapter 7. Story 1, AG. I went for a hike and grabbed a bottle of water out of my freezer. When I got to the creek where I wanted to sit and soak up some sun, I grabbed the bottle and looked at it to see if it had fluoride in it, as I tried to stay away from that stuff. It was your regular Nestle water bottle, which my son bought since I don't like to support Nestle. It all looked like a normal bottle to me. I put it down in the sun to melt the ice inside, and about 15 minutes later, I grabbed it to take a sip. I almost had a heart attack when I looked at the label. Half the label was now a white writing label that they had put on there. You know, for you to write your name on. I couldn't believe my eyes. Only 15 minutes prior to that, it did not have a white label on there. Whoa. AG. Story 2, M. Do you know anything about the flip-flop effect? A few days ago, beginning of May 2017, I read about the Apollo 13 Mandela effect that Houston, we have a problem changed to Houston, we've had a problem. I was pretty sure that it should have been we have. So I looked at the fragment and it clearly was we've had. I remember very well because I wanted to be sure about it. I was skeptical about the Mandela effect. I thought everyone just wasn't paying enough attention, and it was all based on misunderstandings. However, yesterday I looked at the footage again after, reading about the flip-flops. So I checked the footage again and it changed back to we have. I'm 100% sure because my memory is fresh and I was paying close attention when I checked out the original ME, we have versus we've had. M. Story 3, C. Recently I was checking in at a social service building, and after using the facilities I got in line to check in. Upon telling the receptionist all my information, I was told that I was already checked in. As this was impossible on all levels, I even asked my boyfriend if he had checked me in, and he said no. He didn't know my social security number, and that's how they reference you in their system. I've been aware of these situations, but have never had one happen to me. I have to say it didn't frighten me. It was very reassuring. I felt no fear or foreboding. It happened again yesterday. I was on Facebook reading posts, and I came across a post from a distant friend. Somebody funny, so I watched her video and I was going to click the like button, only to discover that I'd already liked it. Now I have spotty internet on my phone because I have to use Wi-Fi, but the video was posted about 15 minutes before I watched it, and there was no way that I had seen it before. Again, it's like I'm, following myself, trippy and amazing. I experienced numbers of synchronicities and various other ME phenomenon, especially the ascension symptoms like a racing heart that I've been to the doctor for, but nothing's wrong with me. I've gone twice already. Nervousness and depression too. There are other minor things and lots of Mandelas, but this is the first time that I had something like this personally occur. I must say, we are living in exciting times. C. Story 4, PM. I'd like to share something that's happening to me in the last 2 to 3 months. The thing is that I can't recognize most foods anymore. When I'm eating, I can tell if I like the taste or not, but I don't know what I'm eating. I've been married for 16 years. My wife is an artist, but cooking was never one of her skills. Sometimes even a fried egg was too much of a challenge for her. Well, one day, I came home for dinner, and she surprised me with a delicious and very elaborate meal. The strange thing is that since that day, she cooks like a pro, and she even mentioned that one day in the future, we could open a small restaurant. It's crazy, and although now I enjoy very much eating dinner at home, I still can't recognize the foods I'm eating. It feels as if I haven't tasted these dishes ever before. I hope that makes sense. My English is not good. PM. Story 5, TB. I grew up in South Bend, Indiana, and I spent a lot of time around Michigan and Ohio. I can say for certain that geography has changed. Boise Blanca Island, for one, never existed, neither did the Gagarin Bay or the lake next to Detroit, which is also in the wrong place. The lakes used to connect differently, and there was not so much distance to the Atlantic. It's as if the whole continent has gotten jolted to the left. I grew up in South Bend, Indiana, and position relative to Lake Michigan and Detroit is totally off. TB. More than anything, I love hearing the stories you all have to share with us. Although scientifically, personal accounts are looked at as the lowest form of evidence, internally, I really truly believe they are one of the most healing pieces of evidence for our minds, our hearts, and our souls. They continue to remind us, in the most human ways possible, that we are not alone.
I've been carrying pebbles for so long on my back, but they're becoming boulders, and I